I wanted to do a quick little demonstration and review of the Allpowers 600, and at the moment I'm outside in a picnic area. Cover that up, and you can see, difficult actually to get the screen to show up on camera, but 132, 140-ish watts from the solar panels, and I've got a bunch of devices connected also to the device, so that's consuming 72 watts of power, and there we go, that's a little bit better. So really there's more power coming in than going out. It's actually charging it. It was on about 70% before. Tells you the runtime, so 1 hour remaining. Okay, but it is charging at double the rate at which the power is being consumed. So I've got this, I've got my Woober Next 2 Pro here being charged up. I've got another case here with my microphone and things. I've also got a laptop here, and there's not really much load being applied. Okay, so overall that's 80 watts now since I turned on the laptop screen, about 80 watts. Okay, but I mean, these panels are 200 watt panels, and I mean, it's pretty efficient. I mean, given it's not, I mean, there's still a little bit of cloud cover, but fairly sunny at the moment. The sun went behind the clouds a bit earlier, and I got something like 50 to 80 watts. So even with some cloud cover, you can get good results with this setup. And what I like about it is it's just so portable. You know, I walked around a kilometer with this thing, and they both weigh about 10 kilos all up. Okay, and I'm only using the DC input here on the right. Okay, and now you see that the sun's just gone behind the clouds a bit, so the input's dropped. Let's come back out again. It does have this little light here on the front, so you can actually press and select different lighting modes. I'll just turn that off. I wanted to drain a bit more power. There's also a port here, so you can charge other devices that you'd normally charge in your car socket. And there's also a couple of normal AC plugs here as well. And yeah, depending on your country, you'll just get the version that comes with your plugs on it. I did also try at home attaching an extension, one of those 4x plug extension ports on there as well, and does work as long as you keep the output to less than 600 watts on the AC. You should be fine. And it actually has 700 watts total, so you've got 600 watts on the AC and 100 watts on DC. Even though this thing is actually advertised as 600 watts total, it should be 700. Yeah, it should be 700 watts. So yeah, if you have a look at the side of this thing, you've got a bunch of attachments there. So you've got a circuit breaker, and that's there to the left, just if you want to charge the device, the power station, through the mains. And that port to the right there leads to the solar panels. So if you go right to the back of the solar panels here, you can see that they attach on via these little leads. Go right to the back, and there is also a bunch of attachments that you can use apart from these. So you can also use this, which allows you to charge your laptop or other similar device, and also this as well, which could be really handy if you're in an emergency. If your car breaks down, battery goes flat, you can charge your battery using these panels. But you have to be careful because obviously it's unregulated output, so you don't want to leave that attached to the battery for too long because you might damage it. So yeah, you can see the back of these panels, they have these 4 kind of sturdy stands, and you really need those to kind of slant these panels up on an angle, because you're looking at the sun. To get that maximum efficiency, the panels really should be facing the sun directly. I did lay the panels directly down, and I lost about 50 watts through that before. So you'll still get 100 watts, but yeah, much more efficient this way around. One thing I did notice about the panels as well is that they are a little bit flexible, okay, and that's probably just due to keep the weight down, and when you fold them up as well. So, you know, this folds up into essentially just one panel, okay, just thicker. So you kind of carry it almost like a portfolio or a briefcase, so it's very low key. Didn't have to carry it like this over here. That's pretty much it for the panels. I mean, it's pretty basic, but going back to the device itself, I like that it has a little handle here as well that's concealed nicely. You've got wireless charging up the top, okay, and that's just powered by DC, that DC button down below. Let's see what it's doing at the moment. Look at that, it's 144 watts input and about 33 watts output. And initially I started off this video before about 70%, so it's charged 4%, you know, just being out here, which is pretty cool. I mean, you could just indefinitely power everything. The only thing I would worry about is these cords. You know, if you wanted to run these panels further away from the actual power station, you might need to get some extension cords, which is quite easy to find, but you know, I think this is a great little setup. For most people, this will do you well. And it's so quiet as well. Apparently the previous model had some loud fans on them, and they've now fixed this issue. Allpowers have now fixed this issue, so yeah, I can't hear it make any sound. I tested it out indoors as well, and it does make a little whir indoors, but barely noticeable. It's even quieter than my laptop fan. So that's it. I'd really recommend it, and I'll probably do a long-term review. Let's see how this thing, you know, let's see how it goes, you know, in a year's time or so, because the battery should last 3,500 charges and still have 80% capacity remaining. So it's a lithium iron phosphate battery, and they're very, very good for long-term discharge and recharge cycles. So yeah, Allpowers offer a 5-year warranty on this thing, so I'm sure that they're pretty confident it's gonna at least last that period. There are little ports as well down the bottom if you want to take a look. Yeah, 2 USB-A, 2 USB-C ports. Okay, that's it.